Hey guys, okay, let's do a weekly update. So last week we were on USDT and I said we should look at this exact level here as a bounce, which worked perfectly. It was quite a lower time frame one, but we had also some higher time frame level here, which I didn't see at the time, but some people, some in the comment section pointed out. So we had this 20-hour level here, and then some smaller 50-minute level with 3 fair value gaps in there, and it worked really nice. So I took a short on BTC on a lower time frame and made like I already closed it out, hit my trailing stop. I made a 5 RR and then a 10 RR and then trailed into profit. Yeah. So let's go. We are still at the same level now where we hit. We are basically ranging. So we had 2 levels. We have one bigger one on USDC and one on USDT. Both held very nicely. Currently, there's not much going on really. We have currently the Titanic sinking event today. So it looks perfectly. Let's see the B-walls. So the B-walls are not yet anywhere close to like support again. And this one resetted, the 70 resetted a bit B-wall, but it's still like maximum one move left, like one stronger move left, but nothing like continuous. So there could be one stronger move left for hitting the bottom, and that's it. Or we go up from here for a bit, but yeah, so let's see here. I think there's nothing else here left really, no like crazy good levels. There's nothing here. The next one is here at 4.3. if you break through here, otherwise there's only some demand levels, like here's a demand level, the gray ones are all demand levels. Otherwise there's here one, so there's nothing else left. So if we break through here, well, then I will likely go into longs if it's not a fake breakout. So I will wait for the breakout structure, and then when it comes back I will go into longs, and the other way around the same. So I will first, so when it comes here again, let me show you my thinking. So when it comes here again to this level, maybe shoot over a bit, there is this level, this huge level still on Ethereum, which is quite high time frame, which will be quite interesting. It will hit likely then, but there's an interesting other level that we have when we look at Ethereum CME. We have a big gap here right now, but the big gap has also levels in it that weren't hit yet. So we have levels from the past, which you saw on the other chart, that weren't hit yet. So that is actually quite powerful sometimes, because on BTC that was the case when we were around 10k and it never closed the gap fully, just went up. So this one could also first, it doesn't need to close directly, because the CME gaps can take sometimes weeks to close. It comes down to a bit higher time frame, like if it's like a big gap or smaller gap. The smaller gaps get normally closed quite quickly, the bigger gaps take normally longer, a bit more longer, but the gaps close 90% of the time, maybe I think 95% of the time. So what could happen is even we go in here and then go down. If we close if we want to close the gap, we have actually let's see it here, another entry, which is, I think it was 8 hours. Yeah, we have here we have here actually something that could close the CME gap and hold in here, so we could wick out of it and then come back and then hold here, which also coincides with a fib. So that could also happen. So I will likely do here a bit bigger short actually, and here a smaller short. There's also this trend line here which goes through. So if we have a few more hours maybe, you could wick into it, then go down. So these are the scenarios. If the USDT and the USDC level doesn't hold, I would look basically for a scenario where this breaks through. We revisit it here, so this breaks through, builds a fair value gap, goes up, builds a fair value gap, we go down, I take along here, and then we go up. So this could also happen. This is the two scenarios that I'm currently looking at. Either we go like here, and then down, or we go here, and then down, or we do what I said with put along. So yeah, that's currently my ideas. I don't really look at the other charts right now because not much changed on the other ones, so there's not much to see here. There's a Titanic day, so it will be quite interesting if there's anything happening, or maybe not at the exact day, just this week that will be more volatile. But we have on BTC, if you see here, we have on the lower time frame, like 4 hours real time frame, we have a nice consolidation. So here and here. So if you break out, I won't take the short here. I will do the short on Ethereum. Either it hits this low time frame level or the upper level. I prefer obviously the upper level, a lot stronger. And on XRP, we have here also a really nice level. Here is the main level. There's everywhere are like liquidity here, but this one would be the main level that I would love to see hit. Also taking a short there. Yeah, I think that's the main scenario for right now. I'm still waiting for this breakout here. It can always be a fake breakout because most retail will look at this literally, like at this, accumulation setup here. So it has lower lows here, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, and stays here at the top. So what people will look like a breakout here and then never long. So not always, but often what market makers do is just to break it out on an hourly, 2, 3, 4 hour candle, maybe even sometimes, and then just crash down. Because like most retail will go long here, will have their stop loss maybe here or maybe even here, and then liquidate everyone to go down. Yeah, we have this 3 dive here. It's not really good. It's quite okay 3 dive, but nothing special. We have this interesting level here, which came from here. So which came from this level here originally. Is mitigated, so it was not really something I was crazy looking for. It was more the idea of breaking out here, people go long, and then we go down, or even breaking out of the previous high here, and then going down. But I found when I look deeper into the wick here, this wick here, if you go really, really low, if you go like to 45 minutes first, we see here an okay level, in liquidity level, and if you go even lower to 5 minutes, 5 minutes, you can see a full hidden liquidity level, which is like untouched with 2 fair value gaps here. So that could be quite interesting if that will hold, because sometimes when we see like wicks like this that go up, like basically more kind of you see here full on without the thing, basically this was a wick that got a lot of people probably long as a fake out, and then we just went down, so liquidated a lot of people. So these wicks can sometimes react quite nicely and have still quite a good amount of liquidity in them. So that will be quite interesting, the reaction to see there with the 3 drive, and not so strong but okay fib extension here. But yeah, it's basically currently breaking out. But yeah, that's everything that I'm looking at. So very likely what I would like to see is going here, and then we break out there. So first the fake move, and then we go down, like a lot more down. I will see what the price does here. We have like smaller levels, all like smaller levels, nothing like significant. Then hopefully, you know, go down here, and there we have like a lot of levels. We have now, if we see this one going here, we have now here this higher time frame timeline with the FIB extension and liquidity. I think this one is currently more preferred on my side. I like it a lot better. And then we have also this one, would be 65k, also a higher time frame trend line and some FIB extensions. So yeah, that would be, I think here I probably wouldn't take anything on BTC really right now. I would more look at here and here for extension. So I will do one trade here, quite decent tight SL, stop loss, and then one here probably. But this one will be probably, if this one hits, it will be very quick, very likely quick. Nothing significant. So yeah, that would be my favorite scenario. The other ones is that we just break through here, then the previous high either bounce off here and then go down. This could also happen, or we go actually here, and then break through it and have a retest somewhere here and then go completely up. This could also happen quite easily. I don't know where these ones came from, but don't really need them right now. Yeah. Okay. I don't know which. Yeah, this FIB. Check again. Okay. Not really need this one too. So yeah, that would be currently my most favorite scenarios. Let's see how that works out. And yeah, I mean, it's currently forming basically. It should happen in the next few hours. I mean, like US session starts soon, so probably in the US session there will be a lot more liquidity coming in, and yeah, a lot more volatility, but not that much right now. If you can see from the BWO7B, which is already quite decently high. I mean, it can go higher. We had some times where this went actually to the second support, or the stronger support, and we are still need to check if that actually works. But so far, the 3 drive works quite nicely sometimes on these things. We have still a huge 3 drive here, which would right now end around here. If it takes longer, it could even end in the upper. But yeah, so there could be a bit more volatility, but not crazy amounts. But yeah, that's it for this week. Let's see. So far, our ideas from last week worked out perfectly. Made one short trade on BTC, which worked out nicely. Not as nice as I wanted to, because I thought maybe I hit the top here, that we go completely down, but no. That's why you never know what the market does next. You have literally no clue. You can just play the levels and react to it. What happens next? Obviously, the most important thing, you always need to have a plan for whatever comes next. So that's why I said, like, you know, I have several plans, and one of them will likely work out. And if I hit 2 stop loss, that's fine. I will get it easily back, because normally I average at least 5 AR on my trades, so there's no problem. So let's see how next week works out. So far, the predictions are quite right. I think nearly on point most of the time that I made. My best scenario. Let's see if it works out this time too.